4 months ago, I stood here, with more hope than actual knowledge. The garden was barely more than a few seedlings and vibes. Honestly, it looked like a patch of pre-salad. Everything was ankle-high, and I had no idea what I was doing. And now, it's mid-July, and look at it. It's alive. It's overflowing. It's like the garden finally got the memo and decided to show up for work. Today, I'm harvesting cucumbers. Finally. And let me tell you, this feels like a plot twist. Because just a few months ago, I didn't know the difference between pruning and well, pruning sounded like a term my hairdresser would use. But here I am, 253.7 kilos harvested so far, and every single kilo is for donation. I started this journey with the dream of growing 1,000 kilos of fresh food to give away. I had zero experience. I didn't grow up with green thumbs. Honestly, if you had asked me in March whether cucumbers grew underground or on trees, I might have hesitated. But here we are. Now, cucumbers are weirdly shy at first. They take their sweet time getting started. It's like they're lurking under those leaves, thinking, is the world ready for me? But once they get going, they don't stop. One day, it's a few tiny green fingers. Next week, you're dodging cucumber missiles every time you walk through the garden. So let's talk cucumber harvesting. Step 1. Don't yank. You're not trying to win a tug-of-war. Use garden shears or a clean knife and clip them with a little stem still attached. That helps them store better. Step 2. Harvest often. The more you pick, the more the plant produces. It's like applause for plants. They want to give you an encore. And trust me, cucumbers are overachievers when they get attention. And here's another thing no one tells you. Cucumbers don't grow in plain sight. Oh no, they play hide and seek. You think you've picked everything, and then boom, the next day you find one the size of a baseball bat hiding under a leaf like it's embarrassed to be seen. Pro tip, check from multiple angles. Get low, move leaves aside, peek under the vines. It's like an Easter egg hunt, but the eggs are green, slightly prickly, and multiply faster than rabbits. Also, size matters. Harvest them when they're firm, smooth, and between 15 to 20 centimeters long. Leave them too long, and you get bloated, seedy monsters that taste like regret. Unless you're growing a variety that's supposed to be big, the smaller ones tend to taste better and have fewer seeds. Your future pickles will thank you. And don't forget, morning is prime harvesting time. The plants are fresh, hydrated, and cool. Plus, there's something kind of magical about walking into your garden with the dew still hanging on the leaves, clipping off your breakfast with a pair of scissors like a backyard samurai. Now, let's talk about pruning. And I mean really talk about pruning, because cucumber pruning is not optional. It's not just a garden chore, it's a spiritual practice. It's a test of patience, judgment, and inner peace. It's gardening meets therapy. Here's the deal. Cucumbers are vining plants, and left to their own devices, they'll try to take over your entire garden, your neighbor's fence, and possibly your car. If you don't guide and manage them, they'll pour all their energy into sprawling. Instead of into making fruit, start with the basics. Cucumbers grow from a central leader, the main vine. That's your power line. You want to keep that strong, healthy, and clear of unnecessary clutter. Then there are lateral shoots, the side branches. These are like teenagers with big energy and no plan. Some of them produce flowers and fruit. Just leaves and chaos. You've got to be a little ruthless, so here's what I do. When the plant is young, I remove all the lateral shoots from the bottom 30 centimeters of the plant. Just clip them off with clean scissors. This keeps airflow strong and prevents diseases, like powdery mildew from setting up shop in the dank jungle at the base of the plant. Once the plant gets taller and starts to flower, I leave the laterals that are producing female flowers. You can spot them because they have a tiny baby cucumber. Behind the blossom, those are your money makers. The rest, if they're not doing anything useful, snip. Also, remove the tendrils that wrap around everything. They look cool, but they steal energy from the plant and tangle it into a giant knot. 1 minute, you're just pruning a leaf. Next minute, you're trapped in a cucumber labyrinth like it's a vegetable version of Jumanji. And then, the leaves. Yellowing leaves, spotted leaves, leaves that are shading too much of the plant. All fair game. Every leaf you remove gives sunlight and airflow to the rest. Think of it as helping the plant breathe. You're not hurting it, you're setting it free. And always prune with clean tools. Dirty scissors can spread diseases faster than a toddler in daycare. Wipe your blades with alcohol between plants, or you could end up playing plant doctor instead of gardener. Some people ask, isn't it a bit much? All this snipping and shaping and obsessing over vines? But here's the thing. Pruning cucumbers is not about control. It's about partnership. You're not fighting the plant, you're helping it focus. You're saying, hey, you do the growing, I'll handle the management. It's a team effort. Since I started pruning properly, my yield has nearly doubled. Seriously. Less plant, more fruit. That's the kind of math I like. If you're not sure when or where to prune, or what to prune, this is where the StrongEcho AI gardening app becomes your secret weapon. It literally tells you what part of the plant to snip, based on weather, plant growth, and even your specific garden layout. It's like having a cucumber whisperer in your phone. And I'm telling you, once you start pruning like this, it's addictive. You'll walk past your cucumbers every morning with scissors in hand, like a gentle maniac, whispering, "Show me the useless growth. I'm ready." So, if you want healthy, productive, manageable cucumber plants, prune early. Prune often. Prune smart. And it wasn't just cucumbers today. The tomatoes are coming in hot too. Bright red, sun-warmed, and ready to roll straight into a salad. Or just straight into my mouth. No judgment. Now here's a quick tip that'll make a real difference. When you harvest your tomatoes, leave a small piece of stem attached just above the crown. Not a giant twig, just a little green stub. Why? Because that tiny stem acts like a freshness cap. It helps lock in moisture, keeps bacteria out, and slows down over-ripening. No stem and your tomatoes will start to soften faster than you can say bruschetta. With the stem, they'll stay firmer, longer, and keep that just-picked flavor. Simple move. Big difference. Clip smart, store proud. While you're watching this tomato harvesting montage on fast forward, let me just say, this right here is one of the most satisfying parts of gardening. We're picking ripe tomatoes. Of course, the bright red ones that practically jump into your hands. But we're also collecting the green ones that fell off early or came loose while harvesting. And yes, we take those too. Because here's the thing. Green tomatoes aren't lost. Not even close. If they've reached a certain size and maturity, they can still ripen off the vine. Just leave them in a warm spot out of direct sunlight and give them a little patience. They'll slowly blush their way to red. It's like a delayed victory. They may not have made it to the finish line on the plant. They'll get there on the kitchen counter. Some people even say those off-the-vine ripened tomatoes are sweeter. I don't know if that's true, but I do know that nothing gets wasted in this garden. And looking at how many green tomatoes are still hanging on the plants, the future is looking bright. Really bright. Like I hope we'll like pasta sauce bright. We're proud of this harvest. Every tomato, red, green, spotted, oddly shaped, is a reminder of what's possible when you commit, learn, and just keep showing up for your plants. This isn't just food. This is the result of showing up in March with zero skills and a big idea. And now, we're filling crates with homegrown tomatoes. That's a flex. So whether they ripen on the vine or in a bowl on the counter, we'll take them all. Because around here, every tomato gets a second chance. And yes, we're just getting started. And now, it's time for the heavy hitters. Zucchinis, the green machines, the undisputed champions of bulk harvests. You think cucumbers grow fast? Zucchinis make cucumbers look lazy. You blink, and suddenly that cute little squash from yesterday has turned into a full-grown vegetable with commitment issues. Honestly, if you listen closely, you can hear them growing. One day, it's awe. Baby zucchini. Next day, it's do we need to weigh this or register it as a weapon? And I'm not mad about it. These things are harvest powerhouses. They fill crates like it's a full-time job. If this were about stacking weight fast, zucchinis are the garden's version of compound interest. Every single one of these adds serious momentum to the 1,000 kilo challenge. Quickest kilos of the season, no contest. But harvesting zucchini, it's not just picking and smiling. Rule number 1, harvest early and often. Around 6 to 8 inches is the sweet spot. Leave them longer and they'll balloon into bitter, seedy giants that could be mistaken for garden furniture. Rule number 2, come prepared. Bring a sharp knife, a strong crate, and ideally a second pair of hands to say, wait. How is that even possible? And yeah, we hit that moment. The zucchini moment. You know when you're giving them away to anyone who even vaguely makes eye contact. Neighbors, coworkers, the delivery guy, a confused tourist. Nobody's safe. But that's the beauty of them. Zucchinis don't need pampering. They don't ask questions. They just grow relentlessly. Generously. They might not win awards for charisma, but they absolutely dominate in output. Consistent, reliable, ruthless in the best way. And don't let anyone tell you they're boring. Slice them, stuff them, spiral them, fry them, bake them into bread, or sneak them into brownies and lie to your kids about it. When your garden gives you too much zucchini, it's not a problem. It's a challenge, and we're here for it. So, shout out to the green machines, the produce that never quits. Another crate filled, another chunk added to the goal, and still more on the way. This is how you hit 1,000 kilos. Okay, pause for a second. We've seen cucumbers, tomatoes, and a huge zucchini harvest. Now, here's a before and after. Same shot, same angle, same garden bed. Same day, this bed got weeded, mulched, watered, pruned, trellised, checked for pests, fed, and yes, even had a pep talk at 7 a.m. Everything changed. Now come walk with me for a minute. We've picked the tomatoes. We've picked the zucchinis. We've picked the cucumbers. And still, the garden feels full. Left and right, tomato plants stretch out above the paths, heavy with green fruit. But here and there, a deep red glow peeks through. You've just seen us harvest some of them. There's more coming. Much more. The zucchini plants, low to the ground but fierce, keep sending out flowers and fruit like they're on a mission. And the cucumbers hiding in the shade, climbing where they can, haven't disappointed either. Every corner feels alive. Every step hums with potential. This is what we hope to keep seeing in the coming months. A garden that gives. That keeps on producing. Because this harvest, it doesn't end with us. We're growing food, not just for our own table, but for the people who need it most. Thanks to our partner, all of this will find its way to the right places. Fresh produce, straight from the soil. Shared with care, and that challenge we set for ourselves minus 1,000 kilos by the end of the year. It's big, it's bold, but walking through this garden right now, it doesn't feel impossible. It feels like we're on track. One crate at a time. One step at a time. All right, we've walked, we've picked, we've pruned. We've hauled. Now let's find out what it all adds up to. Let's weigh it. All right, let's talk numbers. First up, courgettes. They've been coming in strong lately, and today we hauled in a solid 15 kilos. That's the kind of crop that fills crates fast. Then there's rocket. Not the flashiest plant, but wow. It adds up, 2.4 kilos of peppery. Leafy green goodness. Next up, a mix of courgette and celery. A powerhouse pairing that clocked in at 4.4 kilos. Then came the cool ones, cucumbers and radishes. Crunchy, fresh, and weighing in at 4.2 kilos. And finally, the stars of the summer, tomatoes, juicy, sun-ripened, and ready. We harvested 4.6 kilos today. That brings this round to 30.6 kilos, and that puts our running total at a whopping 284.3 kilograms. We're well on our way. The challenge? 1,000 kilos before the end of the year. And honestly, with days like this, we're feeling it. We're seeing it. We're gonna make it. The garden is alive. Tea bags are filling up, and summer is just getting started. So if you believe in what we're doing, hit that like button. Leave a comment, follow along, and share this with someone who needs a little garden joy. We're growing food, we're giving back. And we're not done yet. You can grow it.